the image of parents living with their adult children or vice versa is reminiscent of times past, but multi-generational living is a growing trend that may work for you today. So here with everything you need to know is lifestyle lawyer Shari O. Shari, we were talking about this in the commercial, and you asked me how common is it for these multi-generational homes. I first guessed, I think 32%.
I asked what you thought. I know.
Yeah, you know. I said 32%. You said too high. I came back at 19%. You said still a little too high.
Yeah,
so
yeah, but
common?
It is growing. Right now, Holly, about 14% of home purchases are for multi-generational homes, but about 17% of the population actually lives in these homes. So that translates to about 50 million people, which is a lot. The thing is that that population tends to be older, or kids from that 24 to 35-year-old group, or it also is skewed by culture. So different Latino cultures, for example, Asian cultures tend to do this more often. About a third of people who are surveyed today say that at some point they do plan on living in a multi-generational household.
I definitely think it's more common. I was talking to a girlfriend about this very topic yesterday. It kind of just seems to make sense if you have the right family makeup.
And the good news is that most people who are surveyed say they love it. They say that they are financial savings, they're closer to their family, there are health savings, all kinds of things like that. But there are some serious considerations.
I was going to ask you about those. What are the considerations?
Well, number one is square footage. You don't want to move into a 1,500 square foot home with 6 people. Right. But even bigger than that is the actual layout of the home. So we find that folks are trading amenities like a pool or stainless steel countertops, appliances and granite countertops for things like 2 master bedrooms, a separate garage that can be converted, even a formal dining room or living room that can be converted. If you have a media room or a television room, you can convert that to another bedroom. So much so, though, that builders are actually focusing on this as a demographic they want to hit as buyers. So, for example, there are over 100 communities now going up across the country for multi-generational households. The homes tend to be in the 200,000 to 600,000 range, and the square footage is about maybe 4,000 to 6,000 square feet, but it's a big growing market.
I think as our population gets older, those builders are onto something, though. Really
absolutely,
onto something.
Absolutely. It's a
okay,
great
so
idea.
Finally, other than the homes, what else should you consider if you think that this is going to be for you and your family?
Right, because it's not just like a roommate that you can live the rest of your life without having a conversation with. So mostly this goes to expectations in terms of the living situation. That goes to who's going to be paying what bills, who's going to be doing what chores, but also things like what space will be private, what space will be communal, how are we going to handle overnight guests, even other relatives, maybe siblings that want to come stay at the house. And siblings is a good conversation to have too, because especially if you're moving in with an older relative, oftentimes the person who's living with those older folks tend to become the caregiver. If you have siblings and you plan on sharing that responsibility, you want to have that conversation with the siblings who are not going to be living with you, so they know, look, we're going to share the doctor's trips with mom and dad when they get to that age.
All right, Shari, great information there, great topic. I think we could go on for really hours about this.
I love it. I love it.
So we appreciate you coming in. Mike, we're going to send it back over to you.
Thanks.